Now I'm gonna attempt to show how I do these bottom hollows. I'll start with how I make the plug and everything. I had it between centers to turn my shape. I turn the tenon as usual, but then what you're going to use as the plug for the bottom is basically a larger tenon. I try to make it a minimum of 3/8 of an inch thick after parting. So I have to allow another 1/8 of an inch or so for my parting tool. So I have this 3/8 of an inch thick. Being end grain, you definitely want to have some strength there, because otherwise you can punch a hole in the bottom. So I'll go ahead and finish parting this off. Okay, there's your plug with a tenon on it. Hang on to that, you're going to need it. I'll clean up the face of this. Okay. Yes, you'll notice I'm a long ways over the tool rest with my tools. I've been buying nothing but long and strong tools. They allow you to go 4, 5, even 6 inches past the tool rest, as long as you've got a long enough handle for leverage. So I'm not worried about a catch or anything like that. They're made to do that. Just put a little dot in the center. Measure the diameter of the plug. Okay, a little more. You want to draw a line so you don't go too far with cutting your recesses. Alright, get this thing out of the way. In case any of you wondered, yeah, this is the lathe I built. It runs fine. I don't have a problem. Contrary to what some people may think. Alright. Instead of using a drill and setting all that junk up, I'm just going to get enough of a recess going to where I can demonstrate how that plug works. You want to make sure you leave right in here where the gouge tip is. Don't come any closer than 1/8 inch to that line, because you got to leave a little bit of a lip to support the plug when you put it back in. Actually, I've been known to hollow the whole thing doing exactly that way. Okay. Now it comes time to go ahead and fit this. Get your recess made. That way you know where you're at and how much of a hole you can make the hollow through. Get up here. The reason I'm moving the rest further away, so I don't have to constantly keep moving the rest every time I want to see if the plug fits. Besides, I'll be using a square inch scraper. Again, they're made to go quite a ways past the rest. None of this 3/4 inch stuff. Now I start with just a shallow recess until I get it the right fit. This is where you got to sneak up on it. You don't want it too loose, and you don't want to have to hammer it in. You hammer on end grain, you got lots of little pieces. Nope, hair too big. That's why you don't go down all the way first. Now I can taper that. See. Okay. Okay, that's right. Just go straight in from there till I'm the right depth. Okay, this is the recess. This should fit fine, or real close to it. Now, I can pretty much see where it's going to go, but one of the secrets to doing these plugs is before you part it off, you would make a mark right here on the plug, and then a matching mark before you part it off. That way when you go to glue it back in, you just like line the marks up and pop it in there with the CA glue and you'll be all set. Yeah, that's going to fit. I like them just a little snug. It makes them easier to go in. Okay, now the edge of this recess right here where the tool is, you can, that's as, I could probably make it a hair bigger. You just don't want to get too thin on that recess lip. Okay, that's as wide a hole as you can make to hollow through. Now, I would usually run a 3/8 Forstner bit up, probably in this case, within 1.5 inches of the end of the, where it meets the chuck. There's another tenon on the other end. Then I just hollow from there. I use my hollowing bars usually. They have cup carbides on them. This would probably take me max 15 minutes to hollow out. When you get it all hollowed, find my grain here. Yep, Dave, help if you could see what you were doing. I don't have my glasses on. I don't like wearing glasses out here as a rule. Okay. Okay, that'd be it. Okay, so you're gonna put a layer of super glue right inside the recess. Put your plug in. I usually bring my tailstock up and put some pressure on it. Squirt my activator around the edges, whatever. Okay, let that set up good.